Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a first impressions makeup tutorial, and this is totally not the look that I was ever expecting to do today. I started with the Cool Tone palette from Sephora Pro, and yeah, somehow this happened. So anyways, I also tried out the ColourPop brushes, so you guys will see first impressions of those. And yeah, I love doing these videos. They're super fun. And I love trying out new products. That way when I do hauls, I'm really trying to incorporate everything into these videos for you so you can see how everything applies. But anyways, really quick before we get started, if you are new, then welcome to my channel. Make sure before you leave, you do not forget to subscribe down below. That way you're notified for future videos from me. I do post twice a week. So I post on Sundays and Wednesdays, and then I throw in some bonus videos in here and there. But yeah, I'm really excited to show you guys this tutorial. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I already prepped my eyes with Painterly Paint Pot, and I had to fix my lighting really quick, but I just went in with the color Latte. I'm going to go back in with it because I only took just a little bit, but we're using this color and this color. So this is Latte and this is Flax, I believe is how you pronounce it. And I'm going in with this ColourPop brush. So the Latte color is honestly like the same color as what my skin looks like with the Painterly, so it's not really doing like a whole lot. All right, then I'm going to go in with that next color. It's like a little bit more brown, so hopefully you guys can see the amount of pigmentation. And off the bat, I mean, these are pigmented, but I don't feel like they're as pigmented as what the warm tones were, but then again, those colors were a lot darker too. Next, I'm taking this shade right here. It's called Powder. I'm going to put that on my brow bone. Ooh, got a little bit too far there. And as you can see, some of the fallout, well, actually, it really wasn't fallout. It was just kind of, I picked too much up on my brush. So that's down. Next, I'm going to go in with this shade right here. It's called Orchid. And then we're going to go with this shade, which I honestly cannot pronounce. I'll try to leave these shade names linked down below. That way you guys have them. And I'm going to go in with this ColourPop brush. Looks like this. It's just a little bit more dense. Just in like the outer corner and in the crease area. I wish this wasn't as dense as it was. Like, I wish this brush was more like a 217 by MAC. And I'm going back in and blending in with this big fluffy brush. I'm going to pick up a little bit of this on the fluffy brush actually. There we go. That's way better. Back and forth motions and just blending it in. That looks really like a pretty color. I mean, it is honestly like once I go in and blend it, it is like blending down where it's a little bit less pigmented. I don't feel like the shade is, I mean, as you can see, like bam in your face or anything by any means. But it's a pretty shade. It's just, you just kind of have to build it up. Okay, then I'm going to go in with that darker purple. These look very similar. Fallout is definitely there. I'm not tapping off my brush as much as I probably should. I'm not good about doing that. Okay, so here's what I also want to do. I have these Makeup Forever, the like artist liquid somethings. I'll leave them below for you guys. But I want to put one of those on my lid and then go in. So this one is the shade Color Paint in I-50. And I have just like a sample of it. Thank you, Katie, for making this for me. Here's what this looks like right there. Yeah, let's just see how it goes. I'm going to just go in with one of these little ColourPop brushes and put this on. Whoo! And basically I'm using this almost like a base for the eyeshadow we're going to put down. Some of these colors are okay in the Cool Tone palette as far as the lid shades, but I'm going to go in the editorial palette. I'm going to grab this shade right here. It's called Caroline, and that is what we're going to use on the lid. It's very chunky. It's kind of chunky, as you guys can see. It kind of reminds me of the Natasha shadows. But I'm going to put this over top. Ooh, that looks really pretty. I'm having to like go in and really pack it on because I'm using the same exact brush from ColourPop. And it does have the glue, not glue, but you know what I mean, the Makeup Forever on it. So I'm trying to just pack this on. I wonder what this would look like sprayed. I have this Pixie setting spray I was going to use, so we'll just try that because I don't have any Fix Plus right here. I do kind of like how the eye's looking so far though. Okay. honestly, I don't like the way it looks with the Makeup Forever. It kind of makes it look thick. Like, it makes my eyes look wrinkly. Okay, let's just keep going and see if we can make this work. I'm going to deepen all this up on the outer edge. I'm just going to go through and see if I can kind of smooth my eyelid out. Because this is how I feel whenever I use the Stila shadows. Like, it to me like feels like it looks thick, even though I guess like it doesn't maybe look like that. It just makes my eyes feel weird. I don't know. I've kind of like dusted off some of this. I'm just going in with one of my blending brushes just to blend this out really quick. Very salvageable. I like the colors. I think I just don't like that I put that Makeup Forever thing under it. Not that it's a bad thing, but again, like, I've used really thick glitter glues. It's not thick, but I've used thick glitter glues before and just like hated how it turned out. I don't know if it's me or it just like to me makes it look thick and not as smooth. So I don't know. Okay. I do want to make the outside a little bit brighter. I'm going to go in with this really hot pink out of this palette. Look, this turned in from cool tone to like bright pink lid. I don't know. This is just going to be a fun tutorial. I never do color, so just let me live. Let's see how it goes. This is what we're going with. I'm going to hop off of here. I'm going to do my lashes liner, and then I'll be back and we'll finish the rest of the face with all first impressions. Okay, so lashes are on and it's time to do the rest of the face. Okay, so I'm going to start with this is the new Smashbox primer, and it is the Photo Finish primer. And it's a primer and moisturizer in one. I didn't even use moisturizer today, so let's see how it goes. Oh my gosh, put a lot on my hand. I just wanted to kind of see how the consistency was. As you can see, it's kind of thin. A little definitely goes a long way. And you can already see just by me putting it on the side how like hydrated my skin looks compared to that side. It's very, very thin though, which is definitely a good thing because you don't want anything that's too thick. I'm so nervous for this tutorial. I have a lot to film tonight and I'm like, please let this go good. I mean, my skin does really look hydrated. I got this Milk Makeup Influencer box today and I'm very, very excited. So it came with 2 shades of their new foundation and this little like applicator. And it's one of those flat things that people put makeup on with. I do not know the name off top. They sent me medium, tan, and honey. And if you guys haven't heard of Influencer, it's a site that you can get selected to like get free makeup off of. I'll leave a link down below if you don't have it already. Okay, so this is called the Dab and Blend Applicator. Oh, I'm nervous. Okay, here's the little case that it comes in. And I actually was going to order this offline and I'm pretty sure it's sold out at Sephora already. So here's what it looks like. Okay, so basically it says it is a Blur Liquid Matte Foundation. It has 16 shades, long wear, full coverage with an ultra weightless feel and innovative airless packaging that keeps it all fresh, pore blurring, and matte finish and oil free. So I'm excited to try this out. So here's what the foundation looks like, and we're going to go in with shade Medium Tan. I did try this on my hand today and it felt really cool. Like the foundation felt really cool. Oh my gosh, I'm so nervous about this blender thing. Okay, so they call this a Dab and Blend Applicator. We're about to see. Okay. I like don't even know what to do. And this foundation matches my face pretty good. My neck is very pale. It's always pale. I hope I'm doing this right. I'm going to go ahead and dab some of this foundation on my neck just so that way it matches. I'm just going to go in with a beauty blender really quick. I'm just going to put a little bit more for my forehead, but I guess this is how you do it. You just slide it across your face. Trying to get around the eyebrow. Trying to do half my face so you guys can kind of see. I'm trying to like go in and smooth it out because it looks like it has like some lines using this. Okay. Oh, this whole area looks kind of weird. I'm just going right here and do this with a beauty blender just to get it like in my hairline. Okay. Okay, so first let's talk about the foundation itself. Here's the foundation side. Here's the non-foundation. It is very full coverage. I actually really like the shade. I'm very yellow undertone, and this is a really nice match for me, even though, like I said, my neck doesn't really tan. It definitely matches like the rest of my body. I'm trying to zoom you guys in as much as possible. Here are my pores. They aren't like completely blurred, but for me to not put a blurring primer on, this looks way better than normal. Let me just dab this right here. Honestly, I feel like that made a bigger difference. Okay, so yeah, the foundation is obviously like very full coverage. This, I'm not like 100% a fan of. It's just really hard to get like in all the nooks and crannies of my face with that thing. So I'm gonna try the other side with a beauty blender. The coverage of this is very pretty though. And obviously this is supposed to be a matte foundation, but because I put a super hydrating primer on, it looks more dewy. So obviously that primer is very, very moisturizing. As far as the foundation, I do really like the foundation so far. I'll have to maybe try this again. I'm not like a huge fan of it. I do like that you can just like wipe it off, but maybe if they could make this material in like a beauty blender form, it might be better for me. That's the first time I've ever tried that, so maybe I just need some more practice. Okay, next thing was sent to me actually from Octoly and Givenchy, and this is the Tint Tour Embellishing Concealer. Here's what the packaging looks like, and this is the shade number 2. Let me see what it says about this concealer on Sephora. It comes in 3 shades. It says it's a dual tone silky concealer that hides imperfections and illuminates. It has a silky texture that glides easily. It has a pink universal light reflecting strip that brightens dark circles. Okay, so here's what it looks like. Hopefully you guys can see that, but like basically the top of it's pink. I don't know which way I need to do the pink. It didn't really say. Let's hope I do this right. All right. First it felt really dry, but like after I broke, I guess you would say like the first layer of it felt a lot better. It is creamy for a stick, but it's not super creamy, obviously, like a liquid concealer. So I'm going to go in actually with a beauty blender. A wet one, that way I can kind of blend it out. It dries very fast. Where I put it on my pores, it's definitely looks like it's blurring those out. More so than the foundation did. I'm going to go in close to my eyes and use the concealer brush by Sephora. I kind of like the two-tone because it gets like really bright underneath my eyes, like underneath my lower lash line, which is going to be good for going up in there with eyeshadow. I mean, it blended really nice. It looks hydrating. It's not creasing. Okay. I'm excited about this. I like keep looking in the mirror like, okay, make sure that you're telling them everything. I mean, yeah, it looks like it definitely blurred the pores like right here where I brought it down. Yeah, I like this. I like it. Hot Beauty sent me this Setting 101, and it has 3 different shades. Here's what that looks like. And we are going to go in with the banana shade. I'm going to go in with this ColourPop brush. Okay, I'm going to go in underneath with the banana. I mean, that's set pretty. It blends into the skin. It's a nice banana shade. I feel like right here it needs to be blended out a little bit more. It kind of like stuck to the concealer. I don't 100% love that. I feel like it doesn't really like blend in. It's like sticking to the concealer. Okay. And I didn't have like a new all over face setting powder, and I used this last week. This is from Lancome. It is the Translucence powder. And it's like a tanner shade, so I wanted to use it again. I did really actually like it. So I'm going to go in with this ColourPop brush. And just blend this all in. So there is the translucent powder. Well, not really translucent because it has a color to it. But I do really like this shade. I think it's a really pretty color. Okay, sorry guys. I really don't have like a ton of face products for first impression. So I'm going to use this Pop Beauty face powder. This is in the shade number 7. I haven't tried this actual shade yet. Oops. Okay, thank goodness this thing blends. I mean, these brushes feel nice. They're doing the job. I mean, at first when I saw the price tag that they were going to be, I was like, ooh, that is a little bit steep, but then they brought it down whenever they released it, which I thought was good. Hopefully they keep it at that discounted price. So I really wanted to get you guys the blush roll for like a giveaway. Just kind of like dabbing my face and pressing this into the skin. That way it doesn't look patchy because I don't have a blending brush up here. Since I ended up doing this makeup look, it's perfect. I picked up the Cheeky Bits is what it's called. It's a MAC Extra Dimension blush and it looked really pretty. Here's what that shade looks like. Even though I just used the blush brush. I guess we'll just go in with this brush by ColourPop. Ooh. Oh, I love that. It matches this makeup look really well. It's nice and like sheeny. I love those kind of blushes. I mean, don't get me wrong, like every now and again I like a matte blush, but normally I really like these kind of blushes the best. Woo! Went a little too heavy. Never mind, there's a blending brush. And then we're going to go in with the San Marcel Paris highlighting palette. I do really like this blush. It's really pretty. This palette looks super gorgeous. I'm going to go in with the Anastasia highlight brush. Now this is really powdery, so obviously tap the brush off. Ooh, pretty. Really pretty. A little bit goes a long way. Use sparingly. Wow. Okay, this looks really nice. I like this. I'm gonna go in a little bit more bronzer. All right, now we got to go into the under eye. Honestly, I really want to take that bright pink color. So let's do it. We're gonna go in with that. Well, not the bright pink, the darker pink. I'm gonna go in with this Charlotte Tilbury brush. Okay, and then I'm going to go in as well with that darker, like cranberry purple dark shade, just so that way it's not like too bright. Tone it down, yeah, a little bit. Not tone it down, but you know what I mean. It's not going to be like super duper bright. And then I'm just kind of darkening. You guys know I go back and do this at the end typically. Darkening up the outer corner here. And I'm going to use this lashes. This is the Monsieur Big. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, by Lancome. And this stuff is really good. I really like it. I used it on my top lashes and I used it for the first time last week. And I think we should do like a pop of color in the inner corner. Now, I'll be honest, this color, I don't know the exact name, but it's not the best from this palette. But I'm going to see what it looks like if we try to put it on the inner corner. Okay, doesn't look too bad, just a little bit of a pop. And lips. We are going to be using the L'Oreal Paris Strike Matcha, and this is like a purple shade. It's just a bold look today. And then I'm going to go in with the Too Faced Melted Latex and Hot Mess. Okay. And then last but not least, I'm going to spray everything with the Makeup Fixing Mist by Pixie. that smells so good. And then I'm gonna take my hair down, and yeah, this is the finished look. I really like how everything turned out, even though I wasn't expecting it. So as far as the products go, I like the ColourPop brushes. I mean, I have these kind of in like a little Sigma holder, but as you can see, I used a lot of them for this tutorial. They do feel really good. They blended really well. The only one I didn't 100% love was this one, but I do think with them marking it down, it does make it a really good deal. I am all about this highlight right now. Like this highlight combined with this MAC cheeky bits is just giving me all kind of life. Like look how pretty this blush is, by the way. Yeah, I didn't swatch it for you, but that is what that blush looks like. And then let me swatch the highlighter so you can see it. I really, really like that combination. For some reason, when it comes to blushes and highlights, sometimes I feel like some can go together really well and some don't. I really, really like this combination on the face. I haven't used the extra dimensional blushes. I have not used these before from MAC. I picked this up today and I do really like it. And then I do like the eyes. I feel like the Cool Tone palette by Sephora isn't nearly as good as the Warm Tone palette, but I did really like the two shades that I used from the editorial palette. The only thing that I need to remember is that I don't like using cream bases before I use like a shimmer shade. I don't know, I've tried it a couple times, and every time to me it just makes me feel like my eyelids look like super wrinkly. So I don't know, but I did really like most of the products, and the Pop Setting 101, I did like it. The Givenchy, right now it's kind of looking creasy, which isn't very good because I have a lot of filming to do, but it's kind of looking creasy. I don't know if that is the actual concealer or if that's the powder on top of it. I didn't 100% love the powder, so yeah. The only things that I would say that I didn't 100% love is the powder, and then right now I don't know if the concealer or the powder is the problem. And then of course the Sephora Pro Cool Tone. I just don't think, like I said, it was as pigmented as the other ones. So yeah, that is going to be everything for this first impressions tutorial. Make sure to thumbs up this video if you liked it, and as always, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!